Ransom Rest here. We're out at the range today. We're going to test a CZ Tactical Sport 2. This CZ Tactical Sport 2, different ergonomic grips than the standard Tactical Sport, being a Tactical Sport 2. Has a different backstrap, beaver tail, nice custom blue grip panels. We have molded right to the gun. You can see this grip insert picks up all that detail very well. Very deep impression in here. We're going to put this thing into the Ransom Rest. We're going to hold on to that gun, and we're going to duplicate the human, and we're going to see what that gun can accurately, repeatably do. So stay tuned. We're going to find out. Grip insert on. Other grip insert on just a little bit. At that point, empty magazine, empty gun going in. Put that back. ABC plate. 3 washers, start knobs. That's it. I'm going to bring it up and recoil a little bit. As I tighten the ABC start knobs, I'm going to move the muzzle up and down just like this, okay? I haven't even tightened this, and you can see that gun's held in there pretty snug. There is a lot of tension on that machine, okay? I know it looks easy on video, but it's not. So I'm going to snug these in. You don't have to go that tight. The human hand grip is not that strong, and keep in mind, girls shoot these guns. You don't need to just rear down on this gun, so we don't need to go that tight. I'm going to go one finger and just snug this. I'm going to keep the gap between the insert relatively the same. It's getting a little closer to the back here, so I wanted to back the back up, screw the front in. So watch this gap, and then watch that tension. Okay, once I get down there pretty snug, we're all about the same. I'm going to put the magazine in and check magazine ejection. All right, looks good. Bring it down to battery. Okay, and as I tighten that A, B, and C, I was bringing this muzzle up and down, settling the gun into the machine. Okay, I'm going to take the remote trigger finger, and we're going to slide it in here. This machine, Chuck Ransom always wanted to keep the price of the machine under the price of a good grade gun. This machine is about 1/3 of the cost of this gun. Some people say a Ransom Rest is very expensive. This machine is just under $600 right now. Very inexpensive. It's going to save you time. It's going to save you money. It's going to save you money in ammo. And it'll tell you what your gun can do. All right. Adjusted the trigger finger. I have a little gap in here. You see I have a little gap. A little gap. And it's going to touch the trigger and then take up the slack, and there you have it. Very nice trigger on that CZ. It is recommended after you put the gun into the machine, you dry fire it a couple times. Make sure it's set up right, and make sure your trigger finger is released when you release the trigger or the trigger remote. We're ready to test. We're going to test some of this ammo. Federal American Eagle 147 grain. We're going to test that, see what it does. Check her out. Fire in the hole. There you have it. Round 1. Round 2, same hole. Round 3, same hole. Round 4. Little to the left. We just threw the gun in. We showed you how to mount the gun. This is our very first 4 shots out of the gun just to settle the gun in. We're talking 4 shots. Boy, that's like 5/8. Too bad I didn't bring my calipers today, but that's definitely close to 5/8. Definitely under a 3/4. First 4 rounds at 15 yards away. This is no slump. This is why we're done testing some of these polymers and inexpensive guns. And for the next few videos, you're gonna see all higher end guns. We're out here today to test that CZ75. Just like the Wilson Combat video. Go back and watch that Wilson Combat video. No matter what ammo we tested, at 15 yards, it was all under an inch at 15 yards away. You've seen a lot of guns we test, 3.5 down to 1 inch, 3.5 down to 1 inch, depending on the ammo. When you get a good grade gun, she just drives tacks. Let's go down to the 50 yard and see what our very first 4 rounds look like at 50 yards. Come with me. Federal American Eagle, just a very inexpensive Federal American Eagle 147 grain at 50 yards. Clearly we hung the target a little low. We're talking 4 rounds at 1.5 inches. Look at that, 1.5 inches. And under 1.5 inches that way, 1 3/8 inches. Actually, 1 inch vertical. 1.5 inches left to right to the furthest point. First 4 rounds, inexpensive ammo. The only reason I came out here is because I wanted to know what this thing would do with some Federal American Eagle 147 grain, some defense ammo as well. And we're going to test both of those ammos today. And we're out of here. But clearly, just the first 4 rounds, this is how easy it is to use a Ransom Rest. $600 machine, test your gun and your ammo, you really know what she does. Compare this to all the other videos and guns we test. Just compare it for a minute. I know you guys want us to compare guns, like, hey, test this gun against that gun, this gun against that gun. We have all these videos, go watch them, it compares them. We're running the same machine we ran before. The same machine testing, you're guessing. This is what the gun does. Let's go back, we're gonna bring this up, we're gonna move this, we're gonna move the, fire in the hole. There you have it, round 1. Round 2, same hole. Round 3, same hole. Round 4, a little to the left. Round 5. Round 6. Round 7. Round 8. Alrighty. Okay, magazine out. We'll put an ECI in, we're safe, secure. We'll go downrange, see what she does. Our second group, a little elongated grouping, where we're looking at about 1.5 inches, about 1 inch. It's a great group. Let's go down, see what she does. Through that cardboard, into this one, 8 rounds, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That might be 2 holes, 8. Either way, there's 8 rounds there. We're looking at through cardboard, into cardboard, under 2 inch, 1.5 inches still. Look at that, 1.5 inches still, from center to center, 1.5 inches. From biggest group to biggest group, inch to 1.5 inches. Through cardboard. All right, 50 yards away. Our first 4 rounds, we moved it up and over. Our rounds, apparently we didn't move it over any. All right, 50 yards. 1 3/4 all day long, buddy. Look at that, 1 3/4. Let's see about vertical. It's under 1.5 inches. Let's go furthest to furthest. Whoop. Furthest to furthest. Oh, 2 1/4. 2 1/4. It's not under 2 inch at 50, but that's Federal American Eagle, flat nose, 147 grain. Cannot complain about that. We're gonna scoot over a little bit. We're gonna do another group. We're not gonna move the other targets. I'm not even gonna hang a target. Let's just go see what this thing does. I didn't bring the 50 round box, but here's a little 20 round box of Federal 147 grain HST. Personal defense, hollow point. We're gonna see what this does. We're gonna test some of this stuff. Fire in the hole. All right, just a little left of bullseye. 1,065 on velocity. Going back down to battery. Round 2. Yep, that one was about 1,065 too. Well, bummer up and right from that. Round 3. Same hole as the second round. Round 4. In between the first and third round. Round 5. Round 6. Round 7. Round 8. There you have it. 8 rounds of the Federal HST coming up. Magazine out. We are clear. Let's go down range and see what we got. All right, backing up here. This gun is brand new out of the box. So to heck with you about, oh, I need 500 rounds through the gun to break it in. It's brand new out of the box. We test a lot of guns, new, worn out, used, whatever. Some people are like, you got to do 500 rounds through that gun. Look, man, this thing's not failing. It's cycling, gives a great group. Right out of the box. Let's see what this thing measures. 1 inch. With that 1 inch, I'll be nice. 1 1/8 inches. 1 1/8 inches. 1 1/4 inches. Clearly on video. There you have it. left to right, okay? Furthest to furthest. Okay, there you have it. 15 yards away. You guys are like, who cares about 15 yards? 15 yards is a long way. Probably further than you're probably gonna shoot that gun, but let's go to 25-yard mark. 25 yard. Something with that round got further and further away. The 7 rounds, boy, look at that. And through cardboard. Those 7 rounds have already went through a target. Okay? Here we have it, 1 inch. Furthest to furthest. 1 inch. 1 inch at 25 yards. Measure that flyer. Yeah, we're 3 1/4. Well, son of a biscuit. We probably should have hung another target. So, first, second, this is our third. That's clearly our third. What do we get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That must be 8.
Fly that low flyer.
I think those two. Oh, the flyer?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's down in that group. You're probably right. You're right. Okay. 1.5 inches, 1 3/4. 1 3/4 minus the flyer at 50 yards. It's 1.5 inches right there. Furthest to furthest, 1 3/4. 1 3/4. Center, center. 1 3/4. Look at that. Alrighty. There you go. Now we're over far enough. Stapler. Nope. All right, we're gonna hang a target. Keep in mind, through 2 pieces of cardboard. So we're gonna drop those here in a minute. We'll try it again, but we're just trying to get a reasonable expectation of what that gun will do. All right, Spear, LE ammo, gold dot, hollow point. All right, we're gonna see what that does. They use a Ransom Rest to test their ammo, so we'll see. Magazine in, down the battery, racking the slide, eyes and ears on, fire in the hole. Just low and left of bullseye. Round 2, go stop from that. Round 3, round 4, round 5, round 6, round 7, and round 8. There you have it, 8 rounds of the LE ammo. Magazine out. We're safe. Let's go down range, see what she did. All right, there's your group. But it was first round, second, third, fourth, fifth, you know, and then back down. So furthest to furthest, center to center, 1 3/4 roughly. In this way, roughly 1 inch. So let's go down range and see what we got. Yeah. Sometimes those hollow point, not like the flat tip, the hollow points don't do so well flying through cardboard to cardboard. But there's your group. So a little worse than the flat tip full metal jacket. Obviously, as it packs cardboard into the hollow point, she probably flies a bit different. And then 50 yard, nothing special at 50 yard either. That's what happens when you start with the good stuff I was expecting it to group with. 4 inch. There you have it. Hornady. We're gonna do some Hornady. 147 grain. XTP. Some of this stuff. See what this stuff does. All right. 8 rounds. Purdy ammo. Magazine in. Fire in the hole. Just low and left of bullseye. Round 2. Ooh, way up from that. Round 3. Next to that one. Round 4. Split the difference. Round 5. Round 6. Round 7. And round 8. There you have it. Let's go down range and see what we got. All right, 147 grain Hornady. We are looking at just under 2 inch, 1 3/4. Let's go down to 25 yards and find out. See, it's more left to right. I think this is the hand rack, so. But that group, if that came together, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
it did the same thing. Yeah.
50, it's around grouping. So 50 yards.
I mean, that's comparable to the,
yeah.
to the other one.
Yep. 50 yard, you're about 4-inch. So don't like that Hornady 147. Not as good as that Federal. So I think we're gonna hang a target. I think we'll try some Fiocchi. Target and stapler. Some Fiocchi 147 grain. Range Dynamics. Always make fun of the name Fiocchi, whatever. This is what we're testing. I do that every time. If you watch any of our videos, I'm like Fiocchi, whatever. I make fun of it every time. I have a couple people on the comments, learn how to pronounce the ammo or quit testing the gun. What kind of comment is that? Learn how to pronounce ammo. Look, potato, you know, washer, you know what? You know what I'm running, it's this stuff. We're gonna throw some Fiocchi 147 grain. All right, first round, fire in the hole, 50 yards. Okay, fine, I'll turn on the chronograph. Fiocchi ammo, 147 grain, let's go Fiocchi. Round 2. Round 3. Round 4. 5. Number 6. Number 7. Last round, number 8. Look at that steam coming from that gun. Oh yeah. Magazine out. We're clear. We're safe. Let's wander down. Whatever. Here's your results. Huh. 147 grain Fiocchi. It don't like that gun. No ammo's the same. No barrel's the same. That stuff can run great in another gun. We're gonna go get some American Eagle ammo. We're gonna do some practice. Thanks for watching. We love you. If you're not testing, you're guessing. Is it me, the gun, the barrel, the ammo? Why can't I hit the broadside of the barn? We love you. Stay tuned. I'll catch you next time.